A crit from an ally, that's good. A crit by someone that's not me is always hilarious. Especially when it's just a regular soldier. Alright, we'll do this. You're dead. I wish you could reach the spot to stop reinforcements, but you can't. There's always next time. Alright, Dorothea could stay there then. I think is how this is gonna go. Who's the enemy leader if it's not the Death Knight? Oh, the General. Maybe I don't need to kill the Death Knight. Maybe I'm mistaken. Dude, Fort Merceus is a pretty good map. It looks so cool. Just, I love the landscape of this place. It's really neat. The way it looks, how big it is, how vast it is. I love it. Rapier Rush. That's a Tales of Grace's F move, but still a rapier, so it counts. Oh, you're confused, huh? How's this? Put that back. I don't understand how Nosferatu gets the kill, but not, oh, because I only have one aura. That makes sense. I got to use Nosferatu twice, but aura only once. Makes sense.
Yep, I'm stronger now.
Totally. Best girl is always getting stronger. Love to see it. My goodness, my throat is killing me. I guess it's a lot harder to stream now because I'm talking a lot.
Nice try.
Is this not where the Death Knight dies? I thought it was. When I saw the Death Knight here, I'm like, this is probably where we kill him, but it might not be. I'm gonna have to look up the objective again to see. And my beautiful horse.
So close.
Yeah, so close. If only you tried a little harder. Yo, can one of the ally units take that spot, please? That'd be nice. Just so I don't have to. But they're demolishing the reinforcements, so honestly it doesn't even matter. As long as they stay there, fending off the reinforcements, it's all good. Alright, goodbye to you. It's been nice knowing you. Not really.
Winning is what matters.
I'm gonna kill you. This is probably a risk, but I'm willing to take a chance.
Alright, who's next?
Alright, let me take a look at this objective. Okay, the Death Knight can escape. He might not actually escape, though. He might actually, yeah. Time to kill you. So Ingrid can catch up to Death Knight. Which is exactly why I'm doing this.
All is going to plan.
Great work.
And farewell to you.
Gotta Forgive me. I want to learn even more.
Learning is great.
I'll
Why wouldn't we want to learn? Get Claude up here. Hopefully. Oh, Claude can reach the Death Knight. Does he have another Dark Seal? He does. I might not need to kill the Death Knight. But if I could, I would like to try.
Hey, how long's it been? 5 years? Who'd have thought you'd end up an Imperial General?
So, you wish to die?
As antisocial and unhinged as ever, I see.
Yeah, as ever. That's probably not smart, but whatever. I want to see how this pans out. Regardless. Oh, easy no damage. Easy, like, reflect, whatever you want to call it. Hey, goodbye.
For Gerald.
For Gerald. Oh, okay, you don't even encounter me. That's good to know.
Watch and learn.
I'll make you proud, Gerald. I'm not dying here.
Don't worry, Gerald is proud. I'm sure Gerald's really proud.
I got cocky.
He's looking down at Leone, being proud.
Too easy.
Easy dodge. Oh, well, that worked out. Even though I thought it wasn't gonna work out, it worked out. Plus, I could use Marianne's physic to heal Claude, which is nice. So do that first. Before I forget.
Sorry.
And if I could, I'm gonna have Ingrid eliminate the Death Knight. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, you don't die from that? How? Whatever, rapier. I should have read the dialogue, but whatever. Goodbye.
If you desire to slay me, follow. The appointed hour is at hand.
This is not how he dies, though. There's probably another mission where he's gonna die. You probably don't have to kill him in this, but I did.
Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
Always useful, don't worry. Dark Seal, nice.
He's hiding something. It's annoying to do what he's telling us to, but we don't really have a choice. After him.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we had to kill him? I don't even know. We probably had to kill him, I'm not even sure.
It is coming. Leave now, or all of you will die.
Run! We have to evacuate immediately!
Is that Meteor? How could Sephiroth call on the power of Meteor at this time?
What just happened here? The fort. It's just gone.
How did Sephiroth manage to call Meteor in Folin? What? Also, that was something. That happened.
Hey, kiddo, what was with that javelin of light?
Javelin of Light. Well, that describes it pretty well. The fortress was supposedly impregnable, but look at it now. It's hard to imagine that the Empire would do something like that. But if not them, then who? And for what purpose? If they wanted to kill us, then why wait until now to use it?
We almost died just now, and without an answer to any of that. Speaking of unanswered questions, why is Nardell here? Care to explain? I get the feeling there's something you two are keeping from us.
I'll go ahead and see my subordinates off to Elmira, kiddo.
Wait, Nadir! Are you really just gonna leave me here and run away?
I hope to see you again, Judith. And you too, Professor. I'll be praying for your safety.
Nadir, are you saying that Nardell is actually Nadir the Unstoppable?
Unstoppable.
It's actually Nadir the Undefeated. Almirans love grand titles.
Oh, do
I
they?
knew he was no ordinary person, but to think he was the great hero of Elmira.
Hey, can we really afford to be chatting right now? If another one of those javelins of light falls, we're all dead.
Claude, there are things I wish to ask you, but first we must hurry and withdraw.
Right you are. Come on, everyone. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Claude, it is time for you to explain. Why are you so close with an Almiran general?
Well, he did quite a bit for me when I was younger.
When you were younger, so before you joined House Regan. How and where did you meet him? There aren't many opportunities to meet a general from Almira in Fodlan.
If that's what you believe, it's only because that's what you've been led to believe. After all, we have Cyril here among our allies, and he was born in Elmira.
Hey now, don't drag me into this.
There's a big, wide world outside of Fodlan, and it's overflowing with different places and cultures. You think interacting with outsiders is odd, but isn't avoiding contact with the outside world far more unnatural?
Don't change the subject, Claude. To the people of the Alliance, the Almirans are...
It's true that there's a history of hostility, but why should that mean we're doomed to remain hostile forever? The Almirans aren't monsters. Just look at Cyril. Does he look like a monster to you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Right, Teach? What did you think when you met Nadir?
I don't know. I guess he's reliable. Or interesting. I'm gonna go with interesting.
I'll tell him you said that. And I'm sure that if all of you got to know him, all of your preconceived notions would change too. I know you guys, and you aren't the type of people to reject someone without trying to get to know them.
But how did those Almirans even get past Fodlan's throat? I doubt my brother would just let them pass without saying anything.
Yeah, about that. I actually made sure your brother met Nadir in advance.
What? Lord Holst met with an Almiran general?
Oh, so that's why you were so interested in my brother. But wait, they're supposed to be bitter enemies. They've fought each other several times before.
I know, it was a big gamble. But rather than having me try to convince them myself, I knew it would be easier to just have them meet. They were taken aback at first, but sure enough, they hit it off. They were even drinking to their newfound brotherhood before parting.
It makes sense. If you take the greatest heroes away from the battlefield, of course they'll get along.
Fighting one minute and drinking together the next? Men are so weird.
Ultimately, someone's bloodline has nothing to do with the friendships they forge. Relations between the Alliance and Elmira is a matter we'll tackle in the future. Still, I want to take this opportunity to make one thing clear to all of you. After we defeat the Empire, I intend to tear down the walls that separate Fodlan from the outside world. I want to let people and goods come and go freely, and in doing so, eradicate prejudices about the outside world.
Huh?
Would it even be possible to achieve such a thing? It directly contradicts the Seros' tenets.
Does it? I'm not so sure. In any case, I'm prepared for the inevitable protests and criticism. New ways of doing things are always met with resistance. During our time at the Officers Academy, all of you overcame the barriers of birthplace, status, and ideology. Having gone through so much with all of you, I have no doubt that, in time, you'll understand.
I guess there were a lot of different people there. People we wouldn't have met through the normal course of our lives.
Dusker once opposed the kingdom, but there was someone from Dusker there. Brigid once invaded the Empire, but the Brigid princess was there. We ate at the same table as those people. Sure, sometimes we didn't get along, but other times we helped each other out. Can we really draw a definitive line in the sand and say one group of people is all good and another all bad? If I can realize my dream, Fodlan will be reborn. The old age will end, and we'll welcome a new dawn.
But if...
Save your objections for another day, Gloucester boy. That said, there are more pressing matters to discuss. Our next step is to invade the Imperial capital, right?
That's right. I'm sure Edelgard is eagerly awaiting our arrival in Enbar. Reinforcements from the Alliance Lords should arrive soon. Let's make sure we're ready to greet them.
I'm sure we're ready. By the way, Claude's dream explains why I like his character so much. That sounds like a time for credits when I review the game.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. Claude's plan to call in all Myran forces succeeds, and the Alliance army captures Fort Mercius. Before they can celebrate their victory, javelins of light rain down from the sky and destroy the fort. Forced to temporarily evacuate, the Alliance army regroups at Garreg Mach until it is ready to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
It's almost time to invade the Imperial capital. We still don't know where Rhea is, but if she's alive, she's likely in Enbar. Hopefully we manage to find her without too much trouble.
And we get to ask her lots of questions. I wonder if she's alive.
If the Empire has some reason to keep Rhea alive, then she's alive. I'm sure you must be anxious to see her again.
I need to see her again.
I understand. You need to see Rhea again so you can figure out who you really are. But we're going up against Edelgard here. It won't be so simple.
Our next stop is the Imperial capital. We've sure come a long way.
What are you talking about? This is Garreg Mach. It's where we started.
I didn't mean literally, Raphael. I was speaking symbolically.
My earnest desire to protect the Alliance has carried me this far. It will not fail me. I am sure the rest of you all have your own reasons to fight as well. Of course, I understand that the fight will not end until we defeat the Empire. And now the time has arrived at long last to march on the Imperial capital and defeat the Emperor.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? We all come from different places and have different goals and dreams. But thanks to those two, we were all able to come together and overcome all sorts of challenges.
You are referring to Claude and the Professor, I assume? Even within our own odd group, those two are particularly unusual.
Oh, so you are aware that you're odd.
Well, it was simply a figure of speech. I am speaking about Claude and the Professor right now. They're like the wind and the trees.
Huh? Claude and the Professor are? What does that even mean? And who is which?
Yeah, I'm gonna need this explained. I don't see it.
Oh, I was just thinking that if we're the birds, then those two are like the trees and the wind. The Professor is a great tree that kindly embraces us and watches over us as we perch on its branches. And Claude is like the wind, pushing us forward as we soar across the open sky.
Okay, that's a pretty good analogy, gotta admit.
The metaphor about the professor is solid, but I think Claude just blows us around on a whim. Still, we owe him a lot.
I think that's beautiful, Marianne. I can really picture it. When this war is over, I'd love to paint a picture of those two. Oh, and of all the people we've fought with as well.
You mean like a historical painting? I like that. Maybe our descendants will look at it a long, long time from now.
I must say, that piques my interest. I look forward to seeing how you portray my valiant efforts.
When you put it that way, we may be witnessing one of the greatest events in Fodlan's history.
When you do that painting, Ignatz, don't even bother to paint Lorenz or Raphael. We can paint every single Golden Deer. Every member of the Golden Deer could be in the picture, except Lorenz and Raphael.
It's a lot of pressure, but the sense of duty I feel is even stronger than the fear.
I'm just happy to be here with all of you. I won't get scared, no matter what we face.
And you also won't mind when you're in the picture.
We have our goal. Enbar, the Imperial capital. Let's get to work.
I love these characters so much. I'm really looking forward to the Blue Lions. Three Houses is such a good game. Any paralogs? No paralogs still. Probably not going to battle this month. I think we're going to do this exploring day, and that might wrap up stream, honestly, because we're like 3.5 hours in almost. And talking to characters takes a while, so this might be the last free day we do.
Professor! My mother might be in the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father. If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her burning and stays inside.
I'll see what I can do. What's up, Marianne?
Well, if we can win this war, then Claude will be the king of Fodlan, and maybe he'll tear down the wall that separates Fodlan from the outside world.
Perhaps he will.
I know it's hard to imagine, but I really hope he does. It would be so much better if people could live together instead of apart. I might even be able to live an ordinary life in the world Claude envisions.
Dude, the world Claude envisions is literally like Grandia.
No.
A world where all the tribes and everyone, every kind of person comes together as one. You can end up like Justin the hero.
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever. I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years. They've probably left the capital by now, although I'm still worried about them.
Give me my crops and vegetables.
Hey!
Alright, let's just do motivation now and see if anyone's in the dining hall, which I think there is already someone here, I see. It's Mercedes.
It's been so long since I've been to the Imperial capital. I used to go to the opera there with my mother and brother. I never thought my return would be like this.
Yeah, it's rough, isn't it?